Hello and welcome to Show of Hands Truespirit. This week reading is going to be a forecast for the next 5 weeks of May. I want you to look at the crystals or the cards and see which one that you're drawn to. So this is going to be number 1, number 2 and number 3. Okay, the crystal is Selenite, and this one here is blue lapis and Pyrite. Just a few information about each crystal to help you decide which one that you may probably be drawn to. Selenite is, I love this crystal because it's a very protective crystal. It also helps spiritually as well, and it's very good for cleansing other crystals, and it's also very good for clearing your aura and getting rid of negative energy. And if you feel as if you're stuck or anything at all, this crystal is very good. If you do past life regression, it's also a good crystal to help you to think about the past and to actually heal it. And the next one here is blue lapis, which is a very powerful crystal. You can see this one is like a pyramid, but it's got the wisdom to it. So it's something that, you know, if you want to have some sort of a clarification on things that's going on with you, is to do with intuition and awareness. I actually love this crystal here. It's absolutely love. I love it. Okay, but this crystal, as I said, it's all about giving you courage as well, and having that wiseness about it. And the other one is Pyrite. Pyrite is known as the fool's gold, but Pyrite, it helps you if you are worrying a lot, you know, if you can't settle. It's a very good protective stone. As I said, all of them are protective stones. So basically, just the info on the crystals itself. So if you are drawn to any of those ones, please pick whichever card or crystal that you are drawn to, and just remember that the timestamp is going to be below the description part. So please subscribe to my channel, and please click like, because even if you click like, it does actually help with allowing a lot more people to view this channel. So thank you very much for listening to this introduction of the crystals, and also which cards that you need to pick. So I will continue now with number 1 and the Selenite to see what's in store for you. Okay, right, this is for card number 1. Right, what this is saying here is that things are going to change for you. So there's going to be a lot of changes that's going to be coming up in the first week of May. So things are a bit bad for you right now, or you feel as if you're a little bit lost or trapped. But I want to say is that whatever you're working on or whatever you're doing, this is something that is going to get better for yourself, and especially moving from the 1st of May onwards to the 7th. So, and I want to say here is that every single thing that what you're thinking about is going to actually come in fruition. Everything what you were seeking to be doing, things are going to start to improve for you. But you've got to go with your gut feeling. You've got to work with that psyche self of yourself, where you are focused on doing things what it feels right to you, because you know you've got this sense that, you know, you're quite psychic, but you sometimes don't work with your intuition and this is where you've got to be working with your intuition now, and this is going to be coming up for next week. And also I want to say there's also something to do where there's something that you're doing that you really love doing, but there seems to be a block that's stopping you. And I feel as if next week there's also going to be an issue where you'll be concerned about, you know, about the love of yourself and what can you achieve in the terms of you want to follow what can you do for others, but you need to follow it through. But you need to sort of know you've got to put yourself first, because at this moment you seem to be running around doing everything for others, but you're not allowing yourself to spend time in your own little energy that you can actually build on for yourself to bring more love in. And you do feel as if you feel as if you're a little bit not been loved or been taken for granted. Okay. And I also want to say here is that you've got to seek advice of someone that's older than you or someone that's wiser than you, because it's as if everything what's going on you need someone to talk to. So this could be a motherly figure, or it could be a friend that is coming in like a mother who can give you some sort of advice in things that is on your mind and you really want to be focusing. Look out for that for next week. And I feel as if this is between around the third on the fourth, that you might feel a bit like this. You don't feel as if you've been sort of appreciated. You feel as if you've been taken for granted. But I want to say is that you've got to really look into what is it that you want to change. What is it that your gut feeling is telling you that you need to be getting on with? Okay, so that is going to be week. That's going to be week 1. Now the other cards here, which I'm just drawing them out as I'm just reading them here. This is going to be for a sign that is either an Aries or a Leo or a Sagittarius. This is a fire sign, and what it is in the second week, you're going to be so fired up. There's going to be a lot of things that it's like you can't really take anymore. So the actions what you're taking is going to be very conflictive. So you could be acting a bit hot and cold, but you know it's that time where you need to sort of focus on what is it that you really want to do. Again, this is following from week 1. You've got to sort of seek advice from others before you're ready to blow, because that temper is blowing up. You want to thinking, oh my God, what is actually going on here? But I want to say is that you're going to find between, like, say, the 11th and the 12th, that you're going to want to find your own little space. You don't really want anyone to really be around you. You want to have that sort of a quiet time that you need to collect and think about things. And I do feel that drawing to the end of that second week, things are going to start to change for you. You're going to start to see a big massive change, that you're going to be in control again. Things are going to start to work all right for you, and as if to say that, you know, you're going to sort of reach your goal, and think the gates are going to start to open up, that you are going to start to see a little bit of opportunity that is there for you. But that gate at this moment for you now, it's actually closed, but things are going to start to open up for you, and things are going to start to be more positive, because you're going to be in a positive mind, because you are a very strong person, that you do manifest certain things. So you've got to get your mindset right before, you know, you go back to the first week where things are not always working in your favor. So I want to say that there. Let's have a look and see. This is going to be the 3rd week here. Now, with the 3rd week, again, this is following from the 2nd. Things are going to start to really improve for you. Things are going to be so good that you're going to start to communicate a lot more with friends. You're going to communicate a lot more with family. There's also going to be a birthday that will be coming up as well around the 3rd week. So those who've got birthdays coming up that week, things are going to be very good for you. And I want to say is that that spiritual side of you, or that essence of spirit, is going to sort of grant you a wish, going to give you something. And this is the time you need to be focusing and bringing things down. And you need to, because I feel as if with you, you've got to believe that they're there helping you. At this time, you feel as if you're alone, but look into the 3rd week where things are really going to start going for you, and this is where you need to step into your own power, because there is a lot of things that you need to be facing, or there's going to be a little bit of challenges for you. Because I want to say is that, with all this what's going on, there's still always this sort of a doubt in the back of your mind where you're thinking, oh, this can't be right, things are going too good for me, there must be something going on. But again, I gotta say to you, don't manifest these thoughts. You gotta get rid of them, because when you do get rid of them, things are going to start to flow. Things are going to start to get better for you. There's also going to be some very good news at the end of that week there. So I want to say, around, this is going to be around the 21st or so, or this is going to be something that is going to leading up to a lot of good thing that is going to be good for you. But this is something that I feel is that there are some financial gain, or there's going to be something that you thought that you wasn't going to get. Everything's going to come into fruition for you. So you've got to be looking and just focusing and seeing how you are going to be planning that week ahead of you, because there's a lot of celebration that will be coming that week as well. But this is a gift from Spirit to you because of all the work what you've actually done. And I want to say here, the 4th, we're into the 4th week here. Let's move these cards so you can actually see. Okay, so let's get rid of these. Yeah, so this is coming up to the 4th week, and this is for you. There's going to be a time for you to go out, and I feel as if that the weather's going to change again, and I feel as if you're going to want to go out. You want to be outdoors. You want to connect in nature. And I want to say here is that there is a lot of things that you need to be getting on with and doing outdoors. So there's either something that you need to be buying plants, or you need to be sorting out the garden. You just want to sit in nature in itself. And I want to say also, you're going to feel a lot more safer. You're going to feel that all this hard work and everything what's going on, I feel as if that you feel as if you're getting used to it, and you're not going to be so agitated or having anxiety over anything. Things are going to start to go. Your love and everything around you is going to everything's just slotted into place at the end. But I want to say is that you've got to be looking and seeing how you can enhance your own gift as well, your abilities to do a lot of things that what you wanted to do. There's a lot of spiritual stuff as well. This is what I'm getting with you. It's a lot of spiritual stuff that you yourself need to be getting on with. and I feel as if at the end of the month there's going to be a lot of changes for you, because for some reason I can see you going out a little bit more as well. So there's a change that is going on, that you're going to things are going to start to build again, and it's like you're starting something that is going to be out of your comfort zone, but this is something that you need to be doing. So I want to say number one, if you pick number one, that is what I've got for you. And this is one of the cards what the crystal was on, and it was that at this moment in time now is as if you are wearing a mask. You're trying to allow people to think that everything is all right on the face of everything, and you're trying to be happy, you're trying to keep everybody happy, you're just wearing this mask, and you've got to stop now. You've got to just be yourself leading into Friday. From Friday coming, you need to start to reveal yourself and say, this is me, I'm not standing for this, I'm being true to myself. Okay, so that's pile number one. Thank you. This is week 5. 1, 2. Okay, so this is the last week. So, right, let's have a look and see what is going on in week 5. Right, in week 5, there's going to be a bit of a obstacle again, which is coming for you in week 5, and I feel as if that there's going to be a lot of words of wisdom that you may be looking at, or somebody will be coming in, or you'll be either seeing something or looking at something that needs to be focused more on what's been written down in the sense of something that's going to give you a little bit of advice. Sorry, excuse me. And also I want to say as well is that during that week, I do feel that there's going to be a lot of improvement within the relationship. This is of if you're with someone, or there's relationship with close family members, because I feel as there's going to be a lot of emotional time, and I feel that things are going to start to really peak at the moment. And I feel as if, because this is like again the sign of Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces, that are literally coming in, things are not what it seems, and it's all to do around relationship. It's to do with what can I do to make sure that everything is going to be all right. Let's get this in focus again. Okay, so this is what it is for the last week of May, where I do feel that things are going to be a lot more emotional for you. There's that word of wisdom that needs to be said, and it's all to do with the relationships. So just bear in mind not to really think too much on how things are planning out, how things are going, you know, and just be the person that you are to help those who need the help, and not to sort of get too emotional about it, because that's what you do tend to do. You're just an emotional person, and people put things on you, and you feel that you've got to sort things out, and it doesn't always have to be that way. In a sense, what I'm trying to say to you here, you can say no. You don't have to, you know, just go with the flow. So it's up to you if you want to sort of continue and just get things done. But just look out for new relationships or new friends coming in as well.
because I feel that this week is something like I want to sort of connect with new people or different people. All right, so this could be finding out friendship in terms of speaking to someone online and finding or building some sort of a relationship that could be could lead on to something a lot more. But even if you are in a relationship, is looking and seeing what else can I do to communicate with someone else. Okay, so I just wanted to share that there with you. So that is what. Okay, hello. Right, this is 2. If you picked number 2, this is what the card is. That's the last card I'll be talking about what's going on with you now. So this is going to be, let's have a look and see what the first week is going to bring in for you. Right, the first week is bringing in for you. Sorry, you're out of focus here. The first week is that there is a situation around you that you feel as if you come to a standstill. And I feel as if moving on to the first week, things are going to be stagnant for you. You're not moving forward as what you want to be moving forward in. I want to say even within your romance, or if you're in a relationship, things just seem to be a little bit stagnant. Things don't seem to be as lively as what it should be. And I want to say as well, if you are single, there's times when you do feel as if I would like to have someone now. So some of you may decide to look online and see if there's any dating things going on, and you just at this moment feel as if I could do with a sort of a company. But this is something that is going on. This is the first week. You will overcome that, because once you sort of, I'm not saying once you come to your senses, but once this is, you get back to yourself, you're going to be a lot more stronger and a lot more focused on what you want to do, and you're going to focus on your desire. What is my desire? What I need to be doing to be successful for yourself. So when I talk about success, I'm talking about, there is things that needs to be changing around you. You need to be changing either your room, or you need to be, changing how the way you look, or you might decide that, I'm going to try and change how to cut my hair, or what I'm going to, there's things that you're going to sort of clear out and start doing things, because I feel the first week it's a lot of sort of a, clearing out. I feel I'm going to get rid of all this blockage. I'm not going to allow anything to keep me still. I want to move on and do things, and I feel that is going to be the first week. Okay, so right, let's have a look and see what else is going on here. Okay, right, so what this here is saying is that in the second week there is going to be look out for a close friend who wants to be around you. And I feel as if this close friend here, they're probably an air sign, so that's either Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. And I feel as if they may be seeking your advice, or you may be having to advise someone that is having a difficult time. So there's a lot of communication that needs to be done, and I feel as if that you need to know exactly what the right words to say, because I feel like there is some sort of a document, or there's some sort of paperwork that needs to be looked at and needs to be getting on. And I want to say is that you yourself need to try and advise this person here, but going back to yourself, I feel as if there is a male that also need your help, and this male is probably a Capricorn, if the earth sign is either Virgo or Taurus, that is looking for you to give them some sort of advice, or looking for you to guide them in doing something, because I feel as if they're they're very forward thinking, and they're very stubborn in a sense that they want to do things their way, but because of with that strong will with yourself that you're going to be coming into, they're going to start to listen to you. They're going to start to look and see your way and think, you know what, your way is probably better. And I feel as if that it's going to allow you to sort of open up a bit more, and for you to sort of fulfill your own gift and your own abilities, what you want to actually do for yourself. But you're not going to be like how you are in week 1. Things are going to start to be moving around in week 2. Okay, so let me just move that out of the way. Right. Okay, this is week 3. Again, right, I want to say is that week 3, things seems to be unlocking for you. Things seems to be, seem to be coming into your own. As I said, from the week 2, things are going to start to really improve for you, because I feel as if this is the key here, and is the locked door is going to be open. So things are going to open for you, but there's also a key. And I want to say to you is that I know that a lot of us are in lockdown, and this is in week 3, but there is also someone around you may be misplacing a key. And I feel as if that, all this key here could be a key to another house or dwellings, but there's also somebody moving on. And I want to say is that, you need to sort of allow them to sort of get on with what they need to be getting on. Yeah, you are assisting someone, and I feel as if it's not you that's going to be losing the key. It's not you, it's someone that is going to be around you. So watch out for that there. I do feel that there's going to be a male around you that is going to go through some hard times, but things are going to turn around for them. Things are going to be so much better for them. And I feel as if this person here, I feel as if right, I'm getting June. Okay, so I'm getting June for this male, that they have an anniversary or birthday around June, but things are going to, the cup is going to be overflown. But also again, I want to say there is some element of this person here being seeking your advice, because you've got ability to allow them to listen to you. You've got this communication skills, but also you've got you can sort of follow your intuition on a lot of things that is going on around you. That's the reason why you're helping out a lot of people in this in the 3rd week. But I want to say you've got to be careful that you don't dry yourself out or burn yourself out, because you'll be working to be rushing around too much in that week there. So I want to, let's just go on to the 4th. Let's have a look here. Now, the 4th week, I'm going to say here, this is coming up to the ending of May. Again, leading from week 3, you need to use your skills. You need to have your wits about you. You need to know exactly who you're helping and why you're helping them. It's not all the time that you can help people. You need to help yourself. And I feel as if there's a lot of things that you are going to be looking at and reminiscing and thinking, I should have done things differently. This is the time that you're going to start to get your act together. Things are going to start to move forward for you, because it's as if you've got the right intention to move forward, but you've got to know exactly what you're moving forward in doing. And I feel as if near the ending, you've got to be careful of what you do and how you do things, because you don't want anything to come back and bite you back in the back, because there's an argument or there's a dispute or something that is going to happen around the last week. So you need to know exactly what you're saying. But whatever it happens, you'll be the one on top. You will be the one where things are going to start to be in your favor. Judgment is going to be done. So look out for this little argument or this little dispute or whatever, but don't go and use your skills a little bit too much for others. Okay, so that's what I've got there with yourself. And the card that was the crystal was on, and this is saying you've got to be safe, you've got to keep your secret safe. This is also saying about what I've just mentioned. There's things that yes, you can help other people, you can do things to advise them or whatever, but if somebody tells you a secret, don't go and start to tell anyone or share it with anyone. A secret's meant to be kept. Okay, so this is just safeguarding what's going on with yourself. So just try and keep things to yourself, because this is what's going on now, because at the ending of May, if you don't, things are going to start to go down the wrong way, or it's going to bring you a lot of grief. And those who do keep the secret, a nice reward will be coming for you in June, because you've listened to your inner self and you've listened to what Spirit has got to say, and that secret is being kept. Okay, so that was number 2. Okay, this is for 5th week. This is the crystal that you picked, and here we go. The 5th week, because I didn't realize there was 5 weeks in May. So here we go. The first card I'm picking here is that I want you to say in the 5th week, you gotta stop. Stop controlling. You need to start to focus on other things and stop taking control of things that doesn't mean anything to you. You are focusing on the wrong things. So this is a time now where you need to be focusing on things that are going to benefit you. So there's a time when you do seem to be focusing on other people, and you've got to be aware that it's not all the time you can come in and help them, because not everybody wants your help. And you've got to be careful of words, what you say. Also, not to bring in any negative energy, but you need to focus on things that's been said, or try not to listen to things that are negative, because it will have an impact on you. And I want to say as well is that there's people around you that's not been true to you as well. So this week here, it's all about you looking on and seeing people for what they really are, because you're trying your best to help, because that's what you are a helper, but you've got to choose who you're helping, because some of them that surround you are not being true to you. So it's like you're just wasting your time helping them because they expect you to. So in the 5th week, just be careful what you do. And I want to say is that it's as if you're sort of blocking yourself. You're sort of blocking your path, because you're there trying to stretch your hand out to help, but you're not helping yourself. So you're blocking your own, not say freedom, but you're just blocking your own energy for things for you to move forward. Don't get trapped. Don't get stuck, because that's how you're going to be feeling in the 5th week. You're going to be feeling as if I'm too tied up. I can't focus too much on what I want to be doing. And this is going to make you feel so frustrated, because, you know, you've done so much for others, and when you want things done for yourself, it's like nobody's there willing to help. So that is the 5th week, but I do feel that things will start to change only if you allow it to change. So the 5th week, I'm just going to say to you, don't give too much of your time and self to people who don't deserve it, because some of them are wearing a mask. They're making out that they can't do this or they can't do that, and they can. So just be aware of that. Thank you. Okay, this is for card number 3. Okay, so I'm going to put that over for the 5th week. Okay, so here we go for the first card. Right, what this is saying here for the first week, sorry, in focus again, for the first week, right, you need to be more or less on your guard. There's things that is around you that you're not too sure about. You feel as if you need to have your wits about you. There's a tendency of you not feeling safe. You don't feel as if you are basically doing enough for your surrounding wherever you are. And I want to say is that there's also a tendency of you not really stretching out and finding out what is it that you can do for yourself. There's also in the first week, I want to say that you may be looking at doing something online. So there's something that is coming up that is going to interest you and it's going to intrigue you, and it's going to be something that you always wanted to do but you're a little bit wary about doing. And I want to say as well is that with you there is this sort of a shyness about you, or if not shyness, you do like to be by yourself. Sometimes you can go very quiet, very into yourself, that you don't want anybody else invading your space. You're very private. And I want to say is that, you know, in the next couple of days, you're going to be wanting to recharge back your energy. You're very tired and you feel as if that all your energy is gone. I'm working a little bit too hard, regardless of what work it is that what you're doing. And I want to say is that when you feel like this, you do get into like a dream state. You feel like, you know, you want to sort of either manifest certain things or daydream about things, or you just don't want to really, you know, interact with others at the moment because you just feel like you need space for yourself. You want to sort of shut yourself away, and just you're quite happy to be by yourself, to gather your thoughts. You do like to have people around you, but when you get like this, in this mood, you don't feel as if you want to communicate or socialize with others. And I feel as if at the beginning of this week to next week, you're going to find that you want to be by yourself. You want to sort things out. I feel what I can see is that there's a lot of things that you might want to jot down just to make sure that you get everything done, but you need to have the time to do it, because at this moment things seem to be a little bit hectic for you, and you just feel as if I need to sort things out because I want to be safe. I want to have that safe factor around me, and only that you can actually do that. See what the other cards are saying here. Okay, right. going into the second week here. And I want to say here, this is someone around you that is, I don't know if you can actually see that. I'm not doing very good with this focusing. Right, I feel as if there's someone around you that's either a water sign, so that probably a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces, that I feel as if there is, and I feel as if there's a lot of emotional stuff that's actually going on around you as well. If it's going to be in the second week, I feel as if there's going to be a lot of things where you feel like I want to close the door on, I want to, you know, you just want to be left alone. I want to gather my thoughts and sort things out. But I want to say things are going to change for the better for yourself, because you've got the luck card here, and I feel as if things are going to change and it will be sooner than later. So I want to say is that the beginning of that week, things are going to be, this is how the way things are going to be. You're going to feel a bit emotional. You want to close the door and, you know, just forget about everything. And then in the second part of the week, things are going to start to change around for you. And then you're going to start to get back into yourself, where you're going to start to looking towards the future and looking and seeing things that you can actually do. Because I feel as if there's a lot of things that needs to be sorted out in that week, and sometimes you are going to get a little bit overwhelmed. But just remember that you've got spirit that is going to be with you to guide you and help you, but you need to get back into your own energy that you can move forward in things what you want to be doing. That's going to be that's the second week. Let's put these out the way. Right, let's have a look and see. This is the third week. Okay, right, the third week, right. The third week, what this saying here is that whatever happens, you've got to look and think. You've got to look at your relationship. If you're in a relationship, you've got to allow your relationship to blossom again. You've got to allow things to happen in your relationship, and not to make other things overcome it. Because I feel as if, you know, those of you that are in a new relationship, this could be really trying times for you. You need to know what your worth are. Don't allow anyone to take you for granted. You got to be careful of what your words, choose your words very carefully, because sometimes things can be a little bit said unhasty. But also those who are not in a relationship, this could be also with someone that is dear to you. Just be careful of what you say, and you got to, this is the week where you got to be very patient. You got to be very patient and see how things planned out. Don't rush into anything. There's a lot of things in the third week that is actually going on that you don't feel as if things not going right for you. You don't feel as if you can be your true self. You feel trapped. You feel as if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing when I'm supposed to be doing it. And it's as if you're pleasing and you just keep on doing the same thing, and it's like a cycle. But you know, things are going to improve, but you've got to be patient. You're rushing into things. So that's the third week. Remember, try to be patient in the third week. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the oops. Right, this is what I've got in the fourth one now. Alright, let's have a look. Right. I want to say here is that the fourth week is going to be a little bit of confusion and confliction. And I want to say here is that, again, going by the third week, be careful what you say, because if not, the confliction and everything there is going to come back round. It's going to affect you. You've got to look and see what is it that you are saying to others, and you've got to make sure that you don't end up being pig in the middle. Don't allow others to influence you or drag you into a conversation or argument that does not or hasn't got anything to do with you. Just be aware of that, because I want to say is that there could be someone around you that's not really that. Put it this way, you're trying to help other people. Sometimes, you know how it goes when you're trying to help someone, and then when things go wrong, they turn around and they may blame you. This is something that is going to be happen. Just be aware that this does not happen for yourself. You've been highlighted in this is the fourth week, because I've got the dagger. I don't know if you can see that there. That I've got the dagger there. Okay. And that is just saying is that just be careful in that week, okay? And I do feel that people will be looking at you, or there's a specific person's going to come to you and wanting some advice from you, but you just got to be careful again what you say. I can't emphasize enough that it all depends on what guidance that you're giving someone that is going to sort of a turn round. You don't want that. And also I want to say is that I do feel that, changing things round, which will be at the ending, is that things are going to start to improve in good fortune for you, with friendship, with relationship and everything. But you've got to be careful what you say, because I don't, people can sometimes stab you in the back, and you just don't want that. Okay, and this is just one card I'm going to pick for the 5th week, and this is going to be this is saying that you need to be looking towards nurturing yourself. You need to be looking after yourself. This is going to be in the final week. You need to be looking after yourself. So you may start to want to do exercise, or you may want to look at your diet, or you want to sort of do something that you really are going to sort of change in how the way you want to appear or look. So, but you need to get back to nature. You need to know exactly what nature holds for you. But there's a lot of outdoors. I can see a lot of outdoor things, and I want to say is that you've got to sort of make sure that everything what you're doing, make sure that you do it the best way that you can. And I feel as if that things are going to really start to improve for you. Okay, right. Thank you very much. That is the ending of the reading. So if you want to subscribe, please, and please click the like button, because that does help with the channel. So okay, so I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you. Okay, right, hello. I didn't realize there was 5 weeks in May, so I'm doing another 5th week. So this is for the one, if you picked this crystal here. So this is for number 3, and this is your 5th week, 5 week. Your fifth week. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's going on. Okay then, right. The first card of what I've picked out here is that the fifth week is that you're going to be tempted. There's a bit of a temptation for you to do something. I want to say to you is that don't do it. There's something that somebody will be coming and offering or saying to you, why don't you try this, or why don't you try and invest in something, or for you to fill out, apply for something, or whatever it is. I want to say to you is that don't be tempted to do it, or don't be tempted. Don't be tempting to try and take the lead and try to get things done for a certain person, because I feel as if that it may get you off track. You may put you off track a bit, where you're supposed to be more focusing more on things what you're supposed to be getting on with. And I want to say here is that things are going to change in the fifth week for you. So there's a lot of good luck that is actually coming in for yourself. And I want to say is that I'm drawn to the cat, and I feel as if in the fifth week there's going to be a cat. When you see this cat, it's going to bring you, you're going to find that your luck, or it's going to bring you luck, or it's going to be the start of your luck changing. And I feel as if moving into June, things are going to start really working well for you. So and I want to say is that of those of you that are looking for love and trying your best to try and get yourself back started and looking for a partner, things are going to start to improve in the fifth week. So there's some sort of a connection with someone that you already know, and this could be also people who are not in a relationship. This could be family orientated, that a connection of coming back together and reconnecting. Okay, but there's going to be a lot of good luck and prosperity that is going to be coming your way in the middle of May. So sorry, the middle week, in the last week of May. Okay, so I just want to pull that there for you. And this is the last card here. It's just that this is going with the first card. Again, I want to say to you, just be careful that whatever comes through and whatever you may try to lead you away from something, because you need to be safe. This is a safe card to say you need to be safe. Actually, I think that one would be there, to be honest, because I feel as if, you know, leading these two together here, just saying to you to be safe, to be more on watch what's being said. Watch what's being said here. And I'm going to focus on these two here, because I feel as if there's some sort of somebody trying to, as I said, lead you astray, but you've got to be safe in what is actually going on. You need to be on your guard and make sure that, you know, what you do and what you say is going to be something that is going to be more positive rather than negative. Okay, and then obviously moving back into the ending of that week is going to be more of your luck changing, but things are only going to change if you're more of aware in the beginning of that week that you are, you know, not listening or not tempted to do something that doesn't really going to benefit you. So just be aware of that. So I know you can't see the cards properly, but that's the reading. So that's the prediction for May 2020. Thank you.